Stories can be creatively told in several non-traditional ways. Famously, The Sixth Sense used color patterns to foreshadow plot elements, M. Night Shyamalan directly stating that he used the color red to indicate the supernatural had interacted with the real world.
We use the color red to indicate anything in the real world that has been tainted by the other world.
Dogtooth, the beloved dark comedy about an overbearing father, used secular dance moves to tell an entire story of how the oldest daughter, who had been hidden from the outside world, came to be corrupted by it. A film that came and went without much fanfare was Fresh from 2023. While the film itself is a tale as old as time, cat and mouse story, it's wrapped in creative editing choices and visuals. Some are obvious and some more subtle, but there was enough there for me to want to explore what I was seeing more deeply. The story of Fresh is simple. Girl can't find love, she meets boy who sweeps her off of her feet, only to find he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. He lures women in and forces them to participate in his monstrous dinner-time activities. One of the most notable and outlandish editing choices is the film's placement of the opening credits. Unlike other films that put their opening credits at the beginning or after the cold open of the story, the credits for Fresh begin at the 33-minute mark. Notably, the credits are used to help tell the story. Like many films, Fresh is broken up into 3 acts. The first follows our female protagonist, Noah, searching for love. She unexpectedly finds it in a charming man she hardly knows, someone who seems to understand her. But as we know from the trailer, he's lying. He's luring her into a false sense of security. Only after this first act closes with Noah being drugged by her new boyfriend do we finally see the title card for Fresh. Steve and Noah's stories are parallel to each other. The title card separates the first 2 acts of the film into 2 almost equal narratives. Despite the second act being longer, it follows the first almost beat for beat. The opening credits play more of a role than just acknowledging the cast and crew. They act as a narrative and tonal reset. Steve preying on Noah, the first act, is more of a cute romantic comedy.
Do you think I can have your number? Just so I have a story for my sister and my niece when I see them, because I think we're going to talk about the grapes, and I just...
In fact, if we haven't seen the trailer, we don't know Steve is a predator at all. Noah preying on Steve in the second act is more of a dark comedy/thriller.
Don't worry, I'm not going to drug you. Again.
The tone becomes darker. The lighting becomes darker. Even the clothes Steve wears. In the first act, his style is fairly even-keeled. Blues, browns, red, denim. In the second act, he exclusively wears blacks and grays. Act 2 ends almost the exact same way as Act 1, thematically speaking. While in the first story, Steve has completely made Noah believe his intentions are good enough to convince her to accept a drink from him, in the second story, Noah has completely convinced Steve of her good intentions just enough for him to accept a dance from her.
I forgot to handcuff you.
In the dance scene from Act 1, Steve and Noah are completely out of sync. Despite the awkwardness, they can't keep their hands off of each other. This is a big bonding moment for them and is ultimately when Noah decides to let her guard down. Conversely, the dance scene from Act 2 perfectly closes the loop by inverting the first dance scene. Noah is confident. Instead of holding Steve, she keeps herself at a distance, holding her hand perfectly parallel to Steve's as they move, mirroring the parallel narratives they have shared. When they finally do touch, we see they're perfectly in sync, unlike before. But similar to before, this is the moment when Steve lets down his guard. They know each other and what each other wants, or so Noah has led Steve to believe. Noah is the predator now, and she has Steve right where she wants him, just how Steve had Noah at the end of Act 1. The trap Noah has laid closes Act 2, just as Steve's did the act before, which closes the narrative loop. Unfortunately for the audience, Act 3 descends into a you've seen this movie 40,000 times before level of predictability. It's a shame really, because I think maintaining the attention to detail paid during the first 75% of the movie would have improved the overall quality significantly. With the strong tonal shift in the film, the deliberate use of color coordination, and the inversion of the dance scenes mirroring the progress of Noah's relationship with Steve, Fresh is still worth a watch, despite the predictable ending. It certainly made me interested in checking out other things this filmmaker has done, and will do, in the future.